Hey everyone, it's Vinny, and we are back for some more best bets. Last weekend, we went 4-1-1-1. Silver Prospector was our lone winner, but he did pay $10 to win, which was nice. Hoping we can string a couple of these together, running second and third, and two of the other spots that kind of hurt. Both horses had good trips, just weren't good enough. And then the long shot I really liked last week ended up running like fifth or sixth or something like that. Just wasn't really a threat. Like I thought he was going to be at a big price, but $10 winner does help. We are back at Gulfstream Park this weekend as Saturday is Fountain of Youth Day, so let's get into it. I'm going to go all the way to the Grade 3 Canadian turf, mile and a 16th on the turf, and I'm going to take a shot with the number 5 Siege of Boston for James Toner here. He has a win going this distance at Gulfstream last year already. Field wasn't great. He went gate to wire, not really his running style, but a win over the track is something that is solid. And he's been running well against similar company. He was a fast closing third last time out in a grade 3 at Tampa. He gets a big jockey upgrade today, in my opinion, to Jose Ortiz, who I really like on the turf, especially going 2 turns. So I think that's going to make the difference here. Without scratches, there's definitely enough pace for Siege of Boston to get a great setup here. He's 11 for 13 in the money on the turf, including all 5 of his last 5 starts. He's finished in the money. I think he's going to be coming with a chance at the end here. He's 8-1 on the morning line, which is a great price, and I think we're going to get every bit of that as long as horses like Emmanuel and Atone don't scratch out. I think even if you don't think Siege of Boston can win, he's a great horse to use in exactas here. Just because he should be coming at the end. He likes to hit the board a lot, so I think he's one that could definitely boost up your exacta, maybe trifecta if he fails to win. I'm taking a shot that he does win. Manuel's coming off a layoff, and I've just really never been a huge fan of Atone. I go against this horse a lot. I just one of those horses I'm never super impressed with. So at a short price that Atone is today, I am against. So number 5, Siege of Boston, win bet for me. Now we're going to move on to race number 14, the Grade 2 Fountain of Youth, the Kentucky Derby prep. And I am excited because Locked is finally back. I have been super high on the number 8 Locked pretty much since his debut. I think he's the best. I honestly think he's the best 3-year-old in Pletcher's barn. I tried to trade up for him in the Racing Dudes Fantasy League. Didn't work out. But he is running against the horse I do have on my team in here, and that's the number 5 Door Knock, and we'll get into him. But Locked he's 5-2 on the morning line. He's second choice. I think he's going to go off the favorite. I don't really see a world where Door Knock goes off the favorite, but we'll see. I just think he's really good. He ran really good in the juvenile. We saw how Muth came back. Yes, Fierceness didn't come back great, but we also saw how Timberlake came back out of that. I think Locked is going to come out of that race strong, and we will see. We'll see how he does. I am going to play an exacta here with Locked, and the horse I'm going to play in an exacta with him is the number 3 Victory Avenue for Delgado. Yes, he lost to the number 1 Speakeasy on debut, but I think Speakeasy freaked there, and I'm going to be on the fence here with Speakeasy, and I'm going to say that he never runs back to that 100 buyer that he got in his debut. I think it was just a freak effort. Everything worked for that horse that day. I think Victory Avenue is going to improve. I think Speakeasy is going to go backwards. So for that reason, I'm using Victory Avenue. He's 4-1 on the morning line. He is going to get bet down. He was too heavily bet on debut to just be ignored on the board here. But I think this exacta between Locked and Victory Avenue probably is going to pay around that 10-1 price, especially I think a lot of people are going to play Speakeasy because of that buyer. And I think a lot of people are still going to play Door Knock. Depending on the exacta prices, what the probables are, I may use Door Knock underneath the exacta with Victory Avenue and Locked. I like Dornock a lot. I think he's a fighter. I hate the price on him. I think he drifts up off this 2-1 line, so I don't think his exact price is going to be hammered too hard. So I think he'll still have some value in the exact and the trifecta if you're playing it. Again, he's on my fantasy team. I do hope he wins here. I don't really see a good scenario for him. I think there's a lot of horses here who want the lead, who are going to try to press him. And even though I don't think Dornock needs the lead, I think he's going to be caught up in that pace. Victory Avenue is going to sit close. I think these two will probably sit next to each other pretty much the whole race. But again, Dornock's a fighter. All four of his starts, he's battled. He out battled Sierra Leone last time in the Remsen after losing the lead in the stretch, which that was a great race. And like, yes, I know a lot of people say the rail was golden that day for Dornock, but he's shown that same fight in all of his starts. I don't think the rail had anything to do with it. I just think he's one of those horses. So he may not win here, but I think he'll definitely hit the board. So I wouldn't leave him off your exotic wager tickets, but depending on the price, I might leave him off the exacta just because I'm trying to catch a better price. But I do think he drifts up. Looking at Sunday's card, we're going to look at race 9. It's an allowance optional claimer going 7 furlongs on the dirt. And the number 3, Menuna Kia Bound for Hess with Saya's riding is my top pick in here. I'm hoping we get about 4-1 on this horse. He was 7-1 in his last race against Similar. So I think we might get probably something between there for him. He finished second in that race to the number 7 in here, Bird Wildcat. But Bird Wildcat's one of those horses that he either runs really good or really bad. His last race was really bad, while the 3 with Sayas, he's strung together like a 5-race. His last 5 races really haven't been that bad. He's kind of consistent. He seems to be the most consistent runner out of this bunch. Sayas keeps the mount, which I like in these kind of like smaller spots here because it is a state bred race. So I do like that Sayas keeps the mount here. I think he can win, especially with how he's run in his last couple of races. I think he'll be a major player. Again, I'm hoping we get around this 4-1 price on him. I don't think he'll be the favorite based on some of the others that are entered here. But a lot of these horses in here seem to be like they either run a really good race or they don't show up, whereas this one just seems to show up every time. Sometimes it's good enough to win, sometimes it's not. Hoping Sunday it is good enough to win at a decent price. Looking at race number 10 is another allowance optional claimer, this time going 1 mile on the turf, and the number 4 Scramble for Bartley Tag. I really like this horse. He broke his maiden here a year ago to the day of this race, which would be March 3rd. I do think this horse is a little pace dependent, but based on the runners that are entered here, I think he'll get that pace as long as there's not a ton of scratches. I think he's going to be around 8 to 10-1 based on who's entered here. I don't have morning lines yet, but I think he should be around that price. He should get the pace. Jose Ortiz, again, I said it earlier, I like him going 2 turns on the turf. He's going 2 turns on the turf today. Tag is usually very good with his horses off the layoff as well. So I think this one just fits right. I'm just going to play him to win, especially if he is around that like 8 to 10-1 price like I think he's going to be. I think this could be a really good bankroll building type of horse. The dudes do have their Fountain of Youth betting Bible. My top 4 selections for all of Saturday's races at Gulfstream, along with my picks for the Gotham and the San Felipe, which is now on Sunday, are in there. You can find my horse plays and sports bets on the best bet tab of the Racing Dudes website. Haven't posted as much. I've been a little busy at work. Recently got a promotion. So that's kind of been taking a lot of my time, but I am 2-0 this week in the NBA, up about $200. Going to try to keep posting more consistently now that I kind of got my work balance under control with my new position. So should be posting there a little bit more than I have been, but again, up a couple $100 this week. Looking to keep it rolling. keep it rolling this weekend. So best of luck if you are playing Gulfstream this weekend, and I will see you next time.